Lindsey Graham is officially ready to start World War III, and by God, he doesn't care how many people it takes to do it. Graham recently went on a trip to Ukraine along with two Democratic senators, Richard Blumenthal and Sheldon Whitehouse. And after they did a brief little tour of Ukraine, Graham came out and made this grand statement. All three of us, one Republican and two Democrats, share the same goal: for Ukraine to drive Russians out of Ukraine. To achieve that goal, the Ukrainian military needs tanks. I am tired of the shit show surrounding who is going to send tanks and when are they going to send them. Putin is trying to rewrite the map of Europe by force of arms. World order is at stake. Now this statement, and what he said after that, and I'll get to that in a moment, freaked out pretty much everybody around him. You know, the other world leaders, because they saw this, they heard it, and they're like, oh my God, this idiot's trying to start World War III. He wants us to get involved in a ground war in Ukraine. Most notably was the country of Germany, who basically was like, dude, keep our name out your mouth. Because Lindsey Graham did go on to say this. To the Germans, send tanks to Ukraine because they need them. It is in your own national interest that Putin loses in Ukraine. To the Biden administration, send American tanks so that others will follow our lead. And again, the Germans were like, whoa, 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 please, could we not bring us into this right now? And sure, the United States, Germany, other countries have talked about, like, should we send tanks? Should we not send tanks? What is that going to do? Well, I'll tell you what it's going to do. If we send tanks, if any country sends tanks over there, it is effectively a declaration of war. A war against Russia. Now, Ukraine, of course, was attacked. They were invaded. Okay, they are not the villains here. Russia is. But at some point, we have to understand that we as a country, our allies as countries, cannot get involved in a ground war because it will very quickly escalate into World War III. Putin has made that much crystal clear. This is the guy who continues to toy around with, well, maybe we ought to use nuclear weapons. Maybe not, maybe, I don't know. We don't know his thinking any day of the week because he's a madman. And you don't handle a madman by getting, a bunch of countries together and firing missiles at him. That's not going to end well for anyone. A ground war in Ukraine is going to cause even more casualties than they're already suffering. It's going to cause more casualties on the Russian side, people who didn't sign up for this crap. If we're going to end this, the only possible way to do it is through diplomacy. We have to work on that a little bit harder because we're doing a pretty crappy job of it right now. But letting Lindsey Graham go over there and basically call for World War III, that is a threat to our national security. That's a threat to Germany's national security. But there he is, the blowhard who never met a war he didn't like. And it's most likely because he's not the one that's going to have to go and fight it now, is he? This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.